Hi, Lois and Paul. You guys are actually on the meeting. We can see you.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate your time. And we're going to start the meeting at 6:03, and we'll start out with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the
Allegiance
flag
to
of the United States of
States
America,
of America,
the republic for which it stands, one nation,
a nation
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible, with liberty and
liberty,
justice for all.
justice for all.
Thank you. And we'll start out with introductions of school board members. And I'd start out with, whose number is 6843394? Paul?
I'm here.
Paul?
I'm here.
Okay, how about you start with your introduction?
Paul Gardner, School Board Director of Avon.
Great. Serena? Can you hear me? You there, Serena?
Serena Howard. Yep, Serena Howard Strong.
Thank you. Cindy?
Cindy Dixon Avon.
Nicole?
Nicole Norton Phillips.
Julie?
Julie Talmadge, Kingfield.
I think is that Lois 4832? Okay, Lois? Can you hear us, Lois? There you go, Lois.
Yep, Lois Barker Strong.
Thank you. And then present here, Jessica.
Jessica Kane Phillips.
Kim Jordan, Kingfield. Jesse. Barbara.
Barbara Nickerson Kingfield.
Did we get you, Steve?
No, Steve Hagestrom, strong.
No, I got Nicole. Yep,
Mhm.
we did Nicole.
We
Okay,
haven't done
I think that's
Christina.
it for school board members. And then we'll start with administrative staff. Scott,
Scott LaHaye, Maintenance and Transportation.
Brenda,
Brenda Dwiggins, principal at Strong.
Jared,
Jared Young, Technology Director.
Jeffrey, Lynn,
Lynn Carey, business manager.
Johanna,
Johanna Prince, principal of Kingfield Elementary School.
I think that's it.
That's Sandra, Superintendent.
Is she in there? I don't see her.
Yeah, she just chimed in.
You're looking for me. Christina Stevens, Assistant Principal Athletic Director, Mount Abram.
Thank you, Christina. And Lorraine, are you there?
Right here,
Oh, there you are.
Lorraine Olson, Special Ed Director.
Did we forget anybody? Great, thank you. And yes. That's what I was gonna do. We'll start out with public comment. The telephone number is posted on the website, but those listening, it's 678-2701, extension 4023. Could you quiet down over there?
So can we throw all those other ones away? I couldn't.
And I appreciate that. Very
Thank
much.
you, Todd.
Oh, she is. How many minutes have we had?
Julie asked if there were meetings from 5:78
Minutes.
minutes. Sorry.
Not at tonight's meeting. We don't have minutes. What? Yeah. Is that in a chat? So let me see. Julie, I see your question was, were there minutes from the 5-7 meeting? They're not here tonight, but we'll have them for next Thursday's meeting. And I'm not, phones aren't ringing off the wall, so I guess we'll start with the review and adoption of the FY '21 proposed budget.
Okay, so at the last budget meeting that we had, we brought to you 3 different scenarios. Progressing through amount of deductions of monies up to the third scenario being the most. At that meeting, a motion was made to accept the scenario number 3 with 3 changes to it. There was the guidance position was added back in. That was one of the positions, the elementary guidance position. That was one of the positions that we had on that scenario as an elimination. That was $55,000 for the salary and $22,853 for benefits. We had also had $12,000 removed from MTA for college visits, things that had previously been in the Gear Up grant that we brought back into this budget. It was at that last meeting, 2 meetings ago, actually, it was the motion was made to put that back into the budget, so it was. And then there was adjustment made to course reimbursement for just about the same amount of money, $12,000 that was removed because we were over in our course reimbursement as stated by contract. So those 3 changes were made, and a motion was made to accept scenario 3 with those adjustments. At that point, I think a lot of people thought that we had approved the budget, but looking back at the language as it was, we just wanted to make sure that we had it right. And it was a good thing that we did, because there was also an adjustment in our state subsidy that we were not aware of $23,799.60. That was a reduction. That being bad news, but there was also some good news. There was also an addition to our state subsidy because of our involvement with a service center. So that was $26,304.52, which with those 2 evening out, we actually gained $2,504.92. So that, all those changes with the scenario 3 and the what I just shared with subsidy and the service center are all currently figured into the budget that you now have in front of you. So that would be the budget that you had requested at the last budget meeting that we are 2 budget meetings ago. We did table budget discussions last week because of those changes that had to be made.
Thank you, Todd and Lynn. Thank you once again for all your hard, tedious work. We will get through this budget season.
Kim, I also should add that in addition to what Lynn shared with the actual budget that we did, she also shared the appropriation estimate for fiscal year 2021, which is probably helpful to people. It shows the impact of the budget as we've proposed it for the towns, for each town individually for next year. And with those percentages, the difference for the town of Avon would be $1,026.43 more per month than they currently are paying this year. For Kingfield, it would be a decrease of $4,976.64 per month. For Phillips, it would be an increase of $795.43 over this year, what was being paid this year. And for Strong, it would be $104.51 more than what is currently being paid this year. And that was included in the packet that everybody had. So that just might help you see it. And she gave the monthly payments comparison between the 2 on that sheet as well.
Thank you for doing that, Lynn, because that was a wealth of information. I did get one email from a taxpayer, and it was great to have that, to be able to give him exact figures. So thanks for doing that. Okay.
So I would like to make a motion to accept the budget as delivered today from Lynn. For year
I'll
2021.
second that.
Oh, Steve's got his hand up.
I'll second that.
I
No,
would like
good
to
job.
have an actual dollar amount in that motion, because there's been so many versions of drafts, etc. I'm just wondering if that would be wise.
We could, yep, she could change her motion to,
So I move to accept the buff copy of the budget for year 2021.
I think we should have a dollar amount.
10 million. She wants the dollar figure right here.
Page 2. Very bottom, and 52.
My hair looks bad. I forgot.
Of being the amount of $10,352,500.
And 40 cents. Oh, okay, sorry. I did. I know I cut it short. And Steve, you seconded that, is that correct? Any discussion? All those in favor? Bear with me a minute, I gotta find my sheet. Okay, so those joining the meeting remotely, can I see, I'm gonna go through my page here. 3394, who was that? Paul?
Paul's here, and I vote okay on that, yes.
Lois, okay.
Would you read those after me? Steve, yes. Serena, yes. Julie, yes. No, Cindy, Kim, Barbara, Kim Jordan, Jesse Stinchfield, yes. Nicole, Jessica, and there is no Karen, and no. Opposed?
I'm opposed, Kim. This is
Say that
Cindy.
again?
This is
Cindy,
Cindy.
yes,
I'm
I got that.
opposed.
Cindy and Nicole, correct? Thank you. And abstain? Okay, thank you. Looks like we have a yes vote, pass budget.
Are we allowed to ask why someone is abstaining?
Yes, actually, she would be happy to explain that.
Thank you, Barbara.
She's still finding the mute button.
But I can't see me. I'm
Go ahead, you're on there. She's
got
got
Okay.
that screen that we had earlier.
I'm just abstaining as the newest member on the board with a lot of things to learn at this point. And I'm trusting that you guys are doing a great job, and I am just taking my time to get my feet wet here. Thanks.
Okay. That's all we had for tonight. Everyone, thank you for your time.
I have a question. So do we have a timeline for like a public presentation and all those? Have we worked backwards? Are we going to try to go for the July 14th date to go to referendum?
Yeah, that would be my suggestion, because if we don't, we have to pick up the cost of going out to the voters for validation vote. It was pushed back, as you just said, to July 14th. So from 7 to 30 days prior to that, we have to have our town meeting where the community members come in and vote on the individual articles, each of the cost centers. So we will have to schedule a date for that. I'll start, now that we have this, I'll start working on the brochure. I do have meetings scheduled with the town of Strong and with the town of Phillips right now to share it with their select people. So we'll create a date now that we've got this. I'll have a date and I'll make some suggestions for you at the next board meeting as far as a timeline, if that's acceptable.
Okay. Yep. And speaking of the next board meeting, let's state when the next board meeting actually is. Just
Next Thursday is the regular monthly schedule.
regular monthly board meeting next Thursday night at 6:30.
Correct.
At Mount Abram?
We're going to be here until further notice.
Okay, anybody else? Thank you, Cindy. Jess?
Make a motion that we adjourn?
I'll
At
second it.
at 6:20 meeting. All those in favor?
In favor?
Aye. Lois?
Aye.
You should thank them for chiming in via phone too.
Great. And thank you guys, Paul and Lois, for chiming in by phone. We've missed you, and we really appreciate your time tonight, too.
Thank the gentleman that called me and got me straightened around. I appreciate that very much, Kim.
Oh, thank you, Paul and Lois. And everyone, thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your evening and have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.